good thing about me, Dave, is that I don't have a long memory for bad things.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we'll be checking in on the most notable celebrities who served prison time and seeing what they're up to now.
In 1999, Downey served a year in a California state prison.
Number 10, Felicity Huffman. Widely known for her role in ABC's Desperate Housewives, Felicity Huffman found herself in hot water when she was implicated in the 2019 college admissions scandal.
In court, Huffman told the judge, her voice shaking, "I'm deeply sorry. I've inflicted more damage than I could ever imagine." She said her daughter told her, "I don't know who you are anymore."
Huffman pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services fraud after it was revealed that she had paid someone to manipulate her daughter's SAT scores.
In a statement released after sentencing, Huffman said, "I accept the court's decision today without reservations. There are no excuses or justifications for my actions, period."
She was sentenced to 14 days in jail and released 2 days ahead of schedule. Also implicated was Full House actress Lori Loughlin, who received a 2-month prison sentence. Since her release, Huffman has largely retreated from the public eye, only appearing in an episode of The Good Doctor. She is set to reprise the role in the spin-off series The Good Lawyer.
We found out this had happened twice before.
Number 9, Wesley Snipes. They say nothing in life is certain except death and taxes. Hollywood star Wesley Snipes would come to learn this in 2008 when he was sentenced to 3 years in federal prison for willfully failing to file his tax returns.
Wesley Snipes has been ordered to spend spend 3 years in prison. That is 36 months for his failure to pay taxes for several years.
Prior to this scandal, Snipes had gained popularity for his collaborations with director Spike Lee and his iconic role as Blade.
And worse things out tonight than vampires.
Like what?
Like me.
The actor was released from prison in April 2013 and returned to the big screen in the ensemble action flick The Expendables 3.
So why'd you get locked away?
Tax evasion.
His comeback was solidified in 2019, earning critical acclaim as D'Urville Martin in Dolomite Is My Name alongside Eddie Murphy. 2 years later, Snipes reunited with Murphy for the long-anticipated sequel, Coming to America.
Prince Akeem. Well, look at you.
Number 8, Mark Wahlberg. Today, he's a celebrated Oscar-nominated actor. But Mark Wahlberg had a troubled reputation during his teenage years, marked by racially motivated attacks.
I think it's pretty well known that you didn't grow up in a Norman Rockwell existence.
No, not at all.
All right, outside.
Not at all.
One notable incident occurred in April 1988 when he physically assaulted 2 Vietnamese American men in one day and hurled racial slurs at them. Wahlberg was arrested and later pleaded guilty to felony assault, serving 45 days of a 3-month jail sentence.
I was basically a follower instead of a leader, and I needed to change my ways.
However, he managed to turn his life around, steadily raising his profile in Hollywood and earning acclaim for his performances in films like The Departed and The Fighter.
I'm the one fighting, okay? Not you, and not you.
He has also appeared in blockbusters such as the Transformers franchise and the 2022 video game adaptation Uncharted.
Hey! Come on! Trust me!
Number 7, Lauryn Hill. Lauded as one of the greatest rappers ever, Lauryn Hill found global fame with hip-hop trio The Fugees and later as a solo artist.
Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it 'cause I'm truly genuine.
Her debut solo album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, received widespread acclaim and the distinction of being the first hip-hop album to win the Album of the Year Grammy.
You always seem to let me know it ain't working.
Yet, Hill struggled with the pressures of fame, leading to a self-imposed exile. In 2012, she was charged with tax fraud for failing to pay about $1 million in taxes and sentenced to 3 months in prison.
I think the judge took into account the incredible person that Miss Hill is, the contribution she's made to society.
Since then, Hill has contributed to projects like 2015's What Happened, Miss Simone and the Queen and Slim movie soundtrack. In 2023, she embarked on the 25th anniversary tour of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Number 6, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan rose to prominence as a child star for her double role in 1998's The Parent Trap.
Don't you see it? See what? the resemblance between us. Resemblance? Between you and me?
However, her transition from teen idol to Hollywood leading lady was marked by significant legal troubles, mostly stemming from substance use disorder. Lohan was arrested twice in 2007 for driving under the influence and sentenced to 1 day in jail. 2 years later, while attending the Cannes Film Festival, she missed a court-mandated hearing, resulting in a 90-day sentence.
Defendant is ordered to spend 30 days in jail on the reckless driving case, 30 days in jail on the first DUI case consecutive, and 30 days in jail on the second DUI case consecutive. That's 90 days in jail.
Due to overcrowding, she only spent 14 days behind bars. These setbacks had a significant impact on her career. Nevertheless, Lohan made a comeback with the 2022 Netflix rom-com Falling for Christmas after signing a multi-picture deal with the streamer.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't do this. I mean, what if you're with somebody?
That would be unfortunate.
Number 5, Tim Allen. Back in 1978, Tim Allen was an up-and-coming stand-up comedian working in Detroit, Michigan. In October that year, he was arrested at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport and served over 2 years in prison for drug trafficking. Allen could have faced a possible life sentence if he didn't cut a deal with the prosecutors to rat out other drug dealers.
I learned literally how to live day by day, and I learned how to shut up.
Following his release, Allen continued with his comedy career and, a decade later, landed the role of Tim Taylor on the ABC sitcom Home Improvement.
This is the Bedford Series heavy-duty variable speed drill, double reduction spur gearing, 1,400 RPM, 6.8 amps.
He gained additional recognition for voicing Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story franchise and for his turn as store chain executive Mike Baxter in Last Man Standing.
Why do people feel like they need to go with the flow? I like to chart my own course.
Allen has remained sober for more than 2 decades. Number 4, Martha Stewart. This domestic diva and gardening guru built a media empire for herself with her lifestyle and homemaking tips.
In our constant pursuit of the perfect cookie, we are baking today a chocolate caramel surprise.
That empire came close to crumbling in 2004 when she was convicted of misleading investigators regarding a 2001 stock trade. This led to a 5-month sentence at the federal prison camp in Alderson, West Virginia.
Stewart will have to steel herself for a life of bunk beds, shared showers and toilets, a rigid 6 a.m. wake-up bell, a daily prison job, and no privacy.
But any speculation that Stewart's empire would crumble after her release fell flat on its face. Instead, the resilient entrepreneur made a triumphant comeback, launching more successful businesses and TV shows.
Uh-oh, Martha, what will you be making for us to drink today?
Mulled wine, and it's very traditional at Christmas time.
In 2023, she made history as the oldest model ever featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue.
I want other women, especially women, to feel that they could also be on the cover of Sports Illustrated issue.
Her current net worth, as reported by some publications, sits at around $400 million. Number 3, Robert Downey Jr. Anyone familiar with the life of Robert Downey Jr. knows that he defied great odds to still have a successful career in Hollywood today.
Isn't that 70% of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's 70% maintenance of what can I do to do my part to stay out of the way.
Downey began acting as a child before establishing himself in the late 80s and early 90s. However, towards the end of the 90s, the actor faced severe legal troubles due to substance use disorder.
Robert Downey Jr. is opening up about his time in prison in the late 90s, saying it was the worst thing that happened to him.
He spent 6 months in jail in 1997 for missing a court-ordered drug test, followed by nearly a year behind bars in 1999 for the same offense. Fortunately, Downey turned his life around. In 2008, he became Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a role he played until 2019.
And I am Iron Man.
He also won critical acclaim in 2023 for portraying Louis Strauss in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer.
Now the race is against the Soviets.
Not unless we started.
Robert, they just fired Starting gun.
Number 2, O.J. Simpson. The 1995 murder trial of O.J. Simpson is well known globally. The former football star and actor was charged with the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman.
In the matter of the people of the state of California versus Orenthal James Simpson, case number BA097.
Simpson was famously acquitted of the crimes, although many believe he committed them. In 2007, Simpson faced a new legal challenge, this time for armed robbery. He was convicted of 12 criminal charges and sentenced to 33 years in prison.
Yes, Your Honor, I stand before you today, sorry. Somewhat confused.
Ultimately securing parole after nearly 9 years. Since his release, Simpson has led a relatively quiet life in Las Vegas, occasionally sharing his views on sports, politics, and even notable murder trials on social media.
Well, a whole lot of people are asking me what I think about this Alex Murdaugh trial. I don't know why they think I'm an expert on it, but...
He was taken off parole in 2021 and is now a free man.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Bill Cosby. Once celebrated as America's dad, Bill Cosby fell drastically from grace after dozens of women accused him of sexual assault, with some cases dating back to the 1960s.
And as he's going out the door, I said, how are we going? How are we getting out of here? And how are we getting home? And he just pointed, he didn't even look at me. He pointed to the desk and he said, call a cab.
In 2015, Cosby was indicted on charges of aggravated indecent assault for an incident that occurred in 2004. After 2 criminal trials, he was found guilty and sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison.
Our team inside the courtroom reporting that there was no reaction from Bill Cosby. He looked straight ahead as this verdict was delivered, though there were audible gasps in the courtroom.
However, in 2021, his conviction was overturned on a legal technicality, and Cosby was set free.
The judges pointing to a vast violation of Cosby's due process rights in the decision.
Despite this, he has faced civil lawsuits from his accusers, one resulting in a $500,000 payout. Cosby is now reportedly working on a docuseries about his life, a memoir, and a comeback comedy tour, although the latter has been put on hold. What other celebrities with troubled pasts did we miss? Let us know in the comments.
It is, of course, a media circus. Paris Hilton exiting now after serving 23 days behind bars.